Being French, the Renault Clio 1.5 diesel can't just have the fuel filter in a regular place where you'd expect to see it somewhere on the top of the front of the engine. It is in the driver's side front wheel arch on a right-hand drive model. So some people say you do need to remove the front wheel. I'm going to attempt to do it just by removing the front portion of the wheel arch liner. So I've removed the 4 trim clips that are inside the wheel arch liner, and now underneath the front we've got 2 T20 Torx screws. So the first one just snapped off on this car. Second one is just about loose enough to remove. And there we have the fuel filter. Let's remove this cover here. Looks like 10 mils and probably 12 or 13 mils. So we've got 10 mil on the right and 13 mil over here. And what I'd do when refitting is stick a little bit of grease on the threads, which will stop you having issues in the future, because when these threads do get rusty, these are likely to end up seizing up, much like that Torx screw that I removed from the wheel arch liner. You may lose a little bit of fuel out of these pipes. You'll need to press in these clips here and pull the pipe out of position. So it turns out there's a little drain plug here underneath the filter. which comes out rather easily. I've got another white connection here. Judging by the new filter, the old filter lifts up. So now we can see the filter slides onto here. And we can pull out these protective bungs and reinsert the pipes. And there's no way we can get them wrong, they're all colour coded. And they'll just push straight back into position. Dab of grease on these threads, as I mentioned. Refit the cover, or wait until the car has been started. It's up to you. If you're unsure about anything, leave the cover off and get the car started before refitting everything. The only issue you're really going to have when fitting a new fuel filter is bleeding. On the Clio, we've got a manual primer pump here. So before trying to start the car, what we'll want to do is we'll want to use the manual primer to suck all of the air out of the new filter. Now this saves us from having to prime the new filter off the car, so we don't need to inject any diesel or anything. And what will happen when the new filter is primed, the manual pump will get hard, too hard to squeeze. So you can hear the air squelching through the pipes. And once that stops, we should have managed to remove enough air to try and start the car. So what you'll want to do before boxing the new filter back up is you'll want to start the car. Now what I'd recommend is starting the car and immediately holding the throttle at around 1500, 2000 RPM. This will just allow the car to carry on even if it stutters. It should just about get the air out of the system, assuming there is any. Once you're happy, leave it running for a few minutes. Just check that you haven't got any leaks, and then you're good to go.